Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So for this week's decoration I'm going to be using the kikki.K Emerald Paper Lovers book. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so we're going to use the new Emerald Paper Lovers book from kikki.K for this one. I do like the big bold collection, but I think I want to go the more, what I'm calling the more romantic side of this one. It is very, very, I want to say girly, that's not right. It's very, very floral, and I really enjoy florals. So we're going to go with this one. I'm going to pair it up with some tapes that I bought from Target, I think, a really long time ago. I don't think all of these colours match. I think that blue's probably out. But that maroon, or burgundy if you want to call it burgundy, is kind of similar to, where is it? It's kind of similar to this. So that's sort of, I'm just want to bring in a little pop of red, and then this peach matches a couple of the different things in here as well. So we're going to use those ones. I love this piece of, is it that one I want, or the, is it the white one or the green one? I think I'll use the green because it's just a little bit more colourful. So I'm grabbing this bit of note paper out. The only thing I just want to double check before I start thinking about it is I also want to use this one as a flipper. This is this little postcard here, and this is white, so yeah, that's perfect. So I'm going to use, fold this one down and tear that out, so I can use that one too. I'm just being gentle so that I don't tear it not on the perforations. Alright, so we've got what I'm going to call my washi strip. So that's sort of going to go on the top and the bottom. There's plenty of stickers in there that can join it up. So then I just need to find something that's going to sort of be my date covers. I do want to use, I've got one thing here for a couple of things I want to track. I like that yellow, but I don't think I've got anything that's sort of that. That blush works if I want to use that. I don't want to use foil though, so I'm just, these are all my Barney and Moon ones. Yes, I have a lot. I'm just getting away from the foiled ones. And I could use the green. That green actually looks almost the same, so that could be an option as well. This is where we could pull in a bit more of that burgundy. Let's have a think. Alright, I like that peach because that peach also matches here and here. But I do also like the burgundy. So I'm going to leave both of them out for now while I do this trimming. Just put that all over there. I'm going to use this one from Behaven. I'm going to track a couple of things this week, so I wanted to add those as well. So we'll grab the trimmer. And I prefer when I'm doing this to stick my paper down and then trim it to the right size. That way I don't waste as much paper. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So just glue all at the top there where I want it. Stick it on. I always start from the top because I will avoid the kikki.K logo if I can. It just looks silly. It's fine, but it just looks silly. So put that there and then trim off and then repeat until I get all my edges covered. Little thing too, sorry, this is a side note. If you ever can't quite work out where it is, so I can't quite work that out, I'm just going to make that straight and cut. If I have to add just a little bit, I think that's better than sort of cutting it and hoping, but anyway. Just before I keep going, and I trim all this off, I'm just looking at it and going, I feel like it just needs a something. It's looking a little bit, oh bugger, I was trying not to do that. It's just looking a bit too plain. So what I'm going to do is just rub that bottom bit off. I'll come back to the top. This is where the paper tore, so it's not coming up as easily, but it still does come up. I'm just going to have a look and see what having the red. So remember last week I did that little pop of gold, and it's just that little teeny tiny little bit at the top that just seems to give it something. I'm just going to try it first with this red and see what I think. Oh, that gives it something. But then I also want to try, and I don't think I'm going to get this piece up, but if I do, that'll be great. This yellow is a little darker than the little flowers that are there, but I feel like it's going to pick up that colour. So I'll just try that yellow as well, just to see if it's just got that little pop at the bottom, what it looks like. Okay, I prefer the red. The yellow is just a little bit not quite right. It's close. Like if you have a good look at the yellow. Oh, hold on. I may come back. I am now just going to do this the easy way. I feel lazy, but I've got plenty of the paper, so I think it's okay. So I'm just going to cut this into little strips, and I'll just trim off the excess as I go. I still have plenty, so if I mess it up, it's all good. So it's just got that little peak of the red. Maybe the red's the wrong red. The more I look at the yellow, the more I like the yellow. But then I feel like the yellow is going to pull away from some of the others. Let's try the peach. I'm just trying to avoid foil. I don't want to use foil this week. Gold or silver would look beautiful under this. It's the peach. That's it. Righto. I knew it was one of them. I just had to work it out. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and trim off, stick the peach down on all the lines, and then add in all the papers, just sticking them down. This tape is actually really nice for sticking on top of. Some washi tapes can have a real, not plastic, but they feel more plasticky than others. This is a real paper tape, like it feels like paper. So the glue should stick to it, or my glue tape, sorry. Should stick to it much easier than some of my others do. So we'll go ahead and see how we go with that. Really like that. It's very understated, and I was a bit cheeky and used one of the strips that I cut off the top for one of the bottom ones because I had a little bit less, so that worked really nicely. Okay, so I'm going to use these peach ones. They're a slightly lighter peach than is in the washi tape and the actually I'm kind of half. Do I want the light ones or do I want the orangey? I think actually the orangey ones look really nice. It just sort of brings in another shade, doesn't it? Alright, so I'm going to use those ones. I'm going to put those down to put the dates in. And I'll be right back. Alright, I already like that. I think that's pretty. So then for the flipper, I'm just going to trim off the perforation part, because if you've been hanging around here long enough, you know that I don't like the perforations. Trying to keep it straight if I can, because I don't want to lose the integrity of the postcard either. I think I like it sort of sitting about there-ish. I do need to put something on the back, but I want it to be something on the back that I can still write on. So I'm just seeing what I've got in way of paper, because I don't want it to be white. I prefer a colour of some kind. Now this is a DIY paper fan. It's not, I'm not going to use it as a fan, so for that reason I'm quite happy to cut this up. I've had enough Paper Lovers books and know enough about what I will and won't use from these to know that I'm not going to use this as a fan. So there's no reason why I can't cut it up and put it on something else so that I will use the piece of paper, because I like the colour. So I'm just trimming a little bit off the bottom to get rid of those perforations, and then I can line the bottom up with the bottom and I know it's straight, and I can come up. I'm actually looking, I wish that that was cardboard, not paper, because that actually looks kind of cool, like as a way to punch it or to have it off to the side. I'm going to keep the edge there. I'm going to stick it down. I'm going to keep the paper edge on one side. I will just punch into the side of the card. I feel like there's plenty of room, so I can. So I'm just going to line this up so that I've got the little bobbles there, and then I'll trim off. Same thing I did before. I'm quite happy to get close and then trim the rest off by hand if I'm not sure I can get in there, which I don't think I can. I just think it's pretty. It's an addition that I would never normally do, so it's just a nice little one to have. So once I'm happy with that, grab my pencil and I'll just punch the holes. And then I can just write on that as much as I want. I'm just going to round off these corners as well, just so that it all matches. So that can be for to-dos or for mail or whatever I want to do. So I just need a couple of little stickers and pictures and bits and pieces. That other Beehaven one, I'm going to stack these at the bottom. So things that I do, I play 2 little, I guess, brain teaser games a day. I play Hurdle, which is like Wordle, but for songs. And so I want to track, because I forget, I want to track how many seconds each day it takes me to get it, or if I don't get it. The other one I play is called Warple, which is a football one, because I'm a crazy footy person. And you got to basically guess the footy player every day. It's just fun little things that I like to do, because I can, keeps my mind ticking over. So I like to do that. So I'm going to start tracking those and how many times or how many turns it takes me to get those. So that's just what I'm going to put there. I'm going to bring in some stickers. There are stickers, I swear. So I really love this If Friends Were Flowers, I'd Pick You. But I feel like it's a bit of a weird one to put in there. And I'm going to play Sticker Surgeon, because to me there's just certain things that I'm not going to use. So I'm just going to do what I want with these. So I'm just going to trim. It's about the right size to sit in between there, which I didn't do on, might be the wrong colour. No, I'll hold on to that and I might use it on the other side. I'm going to use this little peachy one. I have all this room here, and I have just seen this and gone, why did you not use that as a flip up? And so I just have to do it. It's going to kill me not to. I'm going to use this other leftover bit of paper though. So my biggest problem there was I didn't have enough paper. So what I've done is I've grabbed a bit of that other bit of scrap and stuck it down on the top. And that way now when I cut this out, it will be a whole piece of paper on the front. It's just that I've kind of cheated a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going really slowly because I'm really bad at cutting circles or anything that's round. And I'm trying to keep this as close together as I can so you can't see it pop up from behind. I'm also trying really hard not to cut the sticker, but not doing a good job of that either. It's not too bad. And then I'm going to stick that down so when you pop it up, you'll see you can write things on the inside there. I'm actually going to have it sit down over my border just a little bit. So I can write whatever I want on the inside, and it just flips up like that. I just think it's cute. Okay, other stickers. I'm going to grab this one with the flower. I haven't used any blue, so I'm just going to avoid those blue stickers, which is sad because they're actually really pretty. And the other thing I'm going to need to grab is just a couple of, not necessarily boxes, but just something to write some appointments and stuff on. I always hit my Oscar and Lou one first, make sure there's nothing that works with that colours, which that kind of does, but I don't like, it's just a little bit too. So then we go into the other book, see what we can find here. Oh dear, no, they're different ones, it's okay. I say I should have used those. So I'm just trying to find something that's a bit pastel-y. I feel like they're the colours I want to play with. Either that or I want them to be a really pale yellow, but I think I've used all my pale yellows when I did that yellow week the other week. I have a feeling I'm going to end up putting that back. I'm going to try and trim this down till I get rid of the blue, which really hurts because it's a really pretty blue. And like I said, my cutting of circles is horrible, so I'm just trying my best. Cut out the flower a little bit. So just that fussy cut. Nothing too delicate or worrisome. I'm just going to put that, I'm going to stack these two instead. And then put that flower just sort of peeking out of the top, but still sideways. Oh, like that. And I will put that other one exactly where I took it off, which is stupid, but oh well. I like that yellow better. I am still looking at it and going, it's missing something, but I don't know what it is, and I don't think I have anything else that can help me get to it. Part of me now also wants to put this over the other side, which just doesn't quite work. Like it does if I punch the holes. That's actually what does it. Alright, so I'm just going to leave the top two holes. That's fine. The fact that it doesn't, like the fact that it's going to have 5 holes doesn't mean anything. It'll be fine. Okay, so that'll sit on that side. It does sit a little bit lower than it did on the other, but that's okay. But that's what fixes it. And now it doesn't look too anything. This side looked too busy and this side looked too plain, and now it looks fine. So it just needed that balance. So there we go. That's my week using that kikki.K book. I feel like this one is a little bit light on, and I also think I probably should have gone the paler or even the brown as opposed to the orange, but I don't hate it. It's just not quite the colour balance I'd like. It is still very plain, and it's taken me a really long time to get something that's very plain. But sometimes you have weeks like that. It's a bit of a challenge, and it's not a simple kit where you just stick everything down and everything just works together beautifully. You've got to bring things in. And I like the challenges of those weeks. I think they're a lot of fun. So I hope you guys did enjoy this one and enjoy all the challenges. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you're following me on my socials as well. I hope you have an absolutely awesome rest of your week, and I will catch you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!